So we're at Honey Street.
At the scene of the incident.
The incident at the Barge Inn.
Not at the Barge Inn, outside the Barge Inn.
Outside the Barge Inn.
Well, I've written a blog about the incident, so we're not going to talk about it.
I should remain calm when people cut across my path for no reason whatsoever and act like a twit.
We're not going to talk about it.
Not talking about it. Not talking about it.
So Honey Street's nice. There's a horse over there on the hill. There's a really nice pub.
It's not a real horse. It's a drawing of a horse.
It's not a drawing.
Well, it's like a petroglyph. This is like the land of crop circles. There's an
exhibition on crop circles that we haven't been to.
Yeah, no, I went and looked at it.
Oh, did you?
Yes, it was fascinatingly full of woo. So we're moving on today towards PEWSEY and maybe to Wootton Rivers, where we're going to meet up with Let It Be for dinner. Tomorrow, yeah. So tonight we're just going to look for a mooring. It's a little cold out here, so I don't really want to talk too much more.
It's a bit fresh. Oh, fresh.
I always love it how they call it that here. It's a bit fresh. Freezing.
We're also about to just go and get water, so we're about to hop around this boat. Oh, that's another thing about Honey Street. There's 24-hour moorings here, but at least 3 of the boats.
At least one of the boats hasn't left since we passed Honey Street on the other direction.
And at least 3 of them have been here. Well,
more than 48 hours.
At least, yeah.
Yeah.
I think people, because it's like mid-October, people are like, oh, it's winter mooring time soon, so they'll go to 2 weeks. So if I've got a 2-week mooring, I'll just go there early. Or, no, there's not many people around, so it doesn't matter. Well, it does matter. At 4 o'clock when boats are coming past, there's no spaces.
Yeah. So, we've just moved up from Honey Street to PEWSEY. We have moored up at a nice little 48-hour mooring here and settled in for the evening. Took a walk into town where we found a nice co-op and bought some food and everything for the evening. And we're going to be meeting our friends on Let It Be tomorrow up that way at Wootton Rivers for dinner. So we got some wine and whatnot. And that got me to thinking, after our somewhat slow day today, beer review. Time to do a second one, and we have these lovely beers which were given to us by Darren and Joe, some viewers who came along and met us almost a month back, I think, which was really great. Time to try it. Now, what have I been given? Hoopers from London Brighton, alcoholic dandelion and burdock, 4.0% volume, a sparkling alcoholic brew created with hand-picked English dandelions, I know what those are, burdock thistle roots, which doesn't exactly sound edible, but sure, and natural flavors. Hoopers is inspired by the traditional process of fermenting these botanicals to deliver a burst of fruitiness and tones of aniseed, which blend to a subtle spicy finish. Now, I like subtle spicy finishes, but I'm not a big fan of licorice, and aniseed typically is a licorice thing, and I've just realized this is not a twist top. I'm going to rip my hand off. So 1 second. I need a bottle opener. Giving it to the professional. She knows how to do this. I have a glass. I am almost certain from looking at it that this glass is not beer clean, which I learned was a thing. No. She's taking a smell. She says it smells nice. It does say to serve chilled over ice. It is chilled. Being on a narrowboat, I have no ice. I've been told that this is how you pour these things. So automatically, I have a fairly small amount of fear because it is not bright pink and it smells of liquid penicillin and licorice. So Darren, Joe, this one's for you. Let's try it. Well, it's not terrible. I would be able to. It does have. It has a smell of kind of aniseed, licoricey sort of thing with bubble gum, which does definitely sound fruity and therefore something that I would drink. But it's definitely got a black licoricey sort of aftertaste, and I still don't know what a burdock is. Google it. Apparently I have to Google what a burdock is. Always one to try and be. It does have an aftertaste. It's growing on me. It's not bad. Okay, so a burdock, fascinatingly, it turns out a burdock is those fuzzy barbed covered things that I'm constantly pulling out of George's legs. He runs off into the bushes and he comes back with burdock. He hasn't come back with any dandelions yet, and they haven't fermented on him. I've taken them out, but it is very sweet. The aftertaste is a little medicinal. I think that's the anise. And yeah, the sort of smell. It does have. It reminds me of the penicillin that my mother gave me when I was young. Okay, so thanks, guys. Seriously, it was a really sweet gesture, and it was lovely to meet you. It's always good to meet people who like our channel, which still weirds me out knowing that we've got people who watch. Even the guy behind us, he was like, "Why, love your videos." Cheers. Thank you for that. And that'll be us from PEWSEY, or PEWSEY, or whatever the heck it's called.
Georgie, what happened? Did you get muddy? You're going to have a bath. We are in, where are we? Wootton Rivers.
Wootton Rivers, outside St. Andrew's Church.
We found a mooring.
24-hour mooring, just above the Lock 51.
And it's a really nice little village. Looks like thatched roofs everywhere and tractors going past every 2 minutes.
Or faster. And there's a little graveyard over here that looks interesting. Apparently I've got 1 minute to explain what happened yesterday and what's going on today, so that's easy. We came from PEWSEY to Wootton Rivers. We are sitting just above the bottom lock of Wootton Rivers. We came and we saw a nice little church with a fascinating little clock with letters and some really interesting gravestones and everything. Then met up with Let It Be and our friends, and then we went for a little bit of time at the pub, which was good fun. And now today, Wootton Rivers to Crofton flight.
We were leaving the Wootton Rivers mooring that we had last night. Another boat on the same mooring was leaving as well, so we got to share forelocks with them, which was really nice. And now we are heading to the tunnel. And just our luck, there's a boat coming.
past the Wootton Windmill, which is a windmill in Whilton.
Whilton, by the way, is another ridiculously sweet little village with timber-framed houses with
Thatched
roofs. Yeah,
it's right off from the Crofton beam engines, which unfortunately we weren't able to see today because by the time we arrived they were closed. But we got to walk up and see the windmill.
And it's a glorious afternoon.
Mm-hmm. These are the patent sails, and those are the common sails. And the common sails would have been covered in fabric, and the patent sails have a mechanism that allows the farmer to turn a screw, basically, that moves a chain up here and causes these to all close, and then the whole thing starts to spin. Better. Smiley George. Smiley Jojo. Iggy Michael.
Michael's got egg in his beard.
Or beans. It's hard to tell. George has beans in his ears, so that's all right there.
Bean juice.
It's like, oh, look, it's a circle. It represents pi. And then you get to a point in the display, and it's like, oh, there's all these circles and stuff, and there's these funny mathematical symbols and stuff. And then there's like, literally like a rectangular album cover, and then like an 8-bit image of aliens. And it's like, at what point do they start drawing Super Mario? Anyway. And then tomorrow morning it's on to Reading, one push. All the way to the sea. On the other side, through the Thames.
Are you wet and muddy? Yes, you are. Are you wet and muddy? Have you got snot on your face? Yes, you have. Dragon's teeth. And a pair of boots, just casually hanging out.
So, we just finished up from hell. What am I talking about? So we just came up from to PEWSEY, which may be pronounced PEWSEY. I'm not entirely sure. Anyway, think it's PEWSEY. Nobody's actually said these words to me, so I'm not totally clear on this. But anyway, alcohol, the dreaded fire liquid, specifically a beer that was given to us by some very nice people who I flubbed again because Lord knows at this size of human male you've got to be a little fruity. He runs off into the bushes and he comes off up. So I will do it. But I'm going to suffer. Yeah. It's protected with smart water. I don't know what that means, but I'm sure it's important. Do you remember what the pub's name was? The King's something?
What?
Do you remember what the pub's name was?
Royal Oak?
Apparently it's the Royal Oak. And let it be, Guy and Charlotte. Actually, let's try this again. There was also some really interesting stuff down below in terms of gravestones and everything. I'm taking up more than 1 minute. Then, Guy, Charlotte, after me, Joe, long nap, Guy, Charlotte came. We went to pub called Royal Oak, had beer. They did. I had cider. Then back with George, dinner, moussaka, very nice. Some chocolate, a little bit of whiskey,